Okay, 감사합니다. Hello, Vincent Chen, sound check. Hello, home sound check, please. Check the Discord. Say more, please. Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our chant class for U.S. timetable. Last night we held a class for Asia timeline. This morning, as usual, is a chant class for the U.S. There's some new faces here, so I'd like to talk a little bit about the nature of the chant practice. Chant is the more advanced form of meditation from Mahayana. So Mahayana stands for big vehicle in Buddhism. So big vehicle refers to the fact it's very powerful. It can help a lot more people than the small vehicle. Buddhism has two parts, two different types of approaches, small vehicle and big vehicle. Small vehicle is where you find in primarily Southeast Asia, in like Thailand, Sri Lanka and so forth, you find that. And they also have their own form of meditation that you can hear about. They like to talk about vipassana meditation and so forth. We are Mahayana meditation or Chan, which is where Zen is derived from. Zen is the Japanese interpretation of Chinese Chan. And so this is very, very effective way of training. The Asians call it cultivation. It's a foreign concept to Westerners. Cultivation refers to the cultivation of our minds. Okay, what does mind cultivation entail? Cultivate the goodness in our minds, which involves shedding the negativity in our mind and nurturing the positive aspects of our mind. Okay, and that's how, according to Buddha's wisdom, our original nature was like. And so intrinsically, our nature is good, is very positive, but as we change bodies, the Buddhists call it revolved and real reincarnation, we pick up bad habits. Don't have to look very far. Look at the children. When they're younger, they tend to be very more positive than us, more innocent, more easygoing. As they get older, they pick up stress, they pick up negativity, they pick up a lot of bad habits. In one lifetime, right there, you see the evolution from the goodness and innocence of a child to an adult who's sort of like more skeptical, a lot more negative, because that's how we tend to react. We are overwhelmed by the environment. We are conditioned by society to react a certain way. And therefore, in one lifetime, we pick up many, many bad habits. Imagine if you were to change bodies after this lifetime. The Buddhist wisdom says most of us will simply change bodies, take on a different body, and then this next lifetime we pick up more bad habits, and so forth and so forth. And as chances have that we are here in Gold Forest and encountering and practicing Chan, which is a way to cultivate the mind, to restore the mind to its original condition. Okay? And that's fundamentally what Chan is about. Okay? If you look at all the negativity in your mind, and we practice Chan, if you do it right, then you see yourself shedding those negative thoughts. And with the absence or the reduction of negative thoughts, such as stress, such as anxiety, such as what else? Greed, such as anger, such as jealousy. Okay, all those are negative things that really are not us. It's not our true nature. Okay, and we simply have an adverse reaction to the outside world. Okay, and therefore there's really no good way to shed it except for through meditation. Okay, so this is what we do. We cultivate the goodness inside of us again. And through this practice here, you cross your legs and you endure the discomfort, you still your mind, and that's the magic right there. It's that simple. If you simply take the time, okay, and allow yourself, your mind to settle, okay, the mind is like the surface, the water surface of a pond. And the outside world is like the wind that blows through the pond that creates ripples on the water surface. Those ripples are the equivalent of your thoughts. Okay? Thought arises because we react to the wind, to the external noise. Okay? The external stimuli. Yeah? Noise is the smell, the sounds, the criticism, and the desires that wells up inside of us, and so forth. And therefore, if this is a very natural process, if you simply stop the wind from blowing, and the ripples on the water surface there of the pond will naturally die down by themselves. It's physical. Okay? And this is the magic of meditation. It's about you giving your mind a chance to settle. That's all. Of course, there are more techniques to help it speed it up, like we teach you to cross your legs, okay, and build up your concentration. The more you concentrate, the more you can build up your concentration, the quicker your mind settles. Because remember, the waves are your mind reacting to the external stimuli. Okay? Boop, 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 like your heart. Okay? And if you simply allow yourself the time, okay, the opportunity to go into a room, which is like shield yourself from the wind, for example, okay, then your mind will settle naturally. Does it help? Okay, and there are many methodologies in Hinayana and Mahayana, and small vehicle and big vehicle, and how to do it. And in Mahayana, we have many more ways and much more effective ways in general. Okay? Questions? Think of it not for yourself, but think of it as pollution. If your mind is so negative, you're polluting. You become a polluter with your negative thoughts. Remember how when you draw near people who are negative, who are upset, who are so negative that you feel unpleasant? Yeah? You're being influenced, you're being affected by others' negativity. That's pollution right there. That's called mental pollution. You're polluting others with your mind, with your negativity, with your stress, with your anxiety, with your fears. Okay? And when you go see a therapist, what does a therapist do? She makes you lie down on a couch and allow your mind to settle and distract you from your anxiety, from your mental disturbances. That's all they do. It's the same thing in meditation. Meditation is much more effective than that, by the way. Because they simply distract you. They talk to you and they ask questions. They allow you to release it, pollute their offices. Okay, that's what they do. Here, you don't have to pollute anyone. You simply come to a place like this where, because of you learn to concentrate. Okay, you're polluting, but we are clearing it up for you, for everyone. Okay. So if you have a polluter like you, and you we meditate with others who have much higher levels of meditation skills than you, then your pollution is resolved very, very quickly. Does it help? So it's very, very useful. It's for your own well-being. This is so fundamental. When you're stressed out and you have anxiety, your people typically find distractions like they drink, like watching TV, listening to music, and so forth. All those are distractions. Meditation, okay, is the method that directly puts out that mental anguish, mental fire right there. There's a skill that you develop. So it's fundamental skill, I feel, in life that our parents never taught us, our teachers never taught us. Okay? That's something you need to develop for yourself, for your own sake. You have to take care of yourself. If not, then you're simply like the rest of the ordinary people. They ignore it. They sacrifice their health. They are to go to work and kill themselves. And when they get sick, they go to the doctor and say, "Hey, doctor, I'm sick. Fix it for me." What do doctors do? They cut off your arm. They cut off your liver. Huh? That's what they do to fix it for you. All right? Yeah. Whereas you meditate, you restore your mental and physical health. If you can restore your mental health, meaning get rid of the negativity in your mind, those thoughts of anxiety, thoughts of stress, thoughts of anger, and so forth, okay? Your mind is cleaner, and therefore magical things happen as well at the same time. Physically, you'll be healthier. What the doctors don't tell you is that your physical health is based on your mental health. Of course, they're not going to tell you that, because if you knew, you would need to go see them so that they can cut off your organs. Yes, Way Mountain.
Nam mô A Di Đà Phật. Con chào thầy. Con xin thầy hỏi ý kiến của thầy là nếu trường hợp mà con muốn niệm chú Đại Bi mà 108 biến mà trong lúc ngồi thiền niệm chú và ngồi thiền chung như vậy có nên không, hay là thiền riêng rồi mình niệm riêng thì nó tốt hơn? Cảm ơn thầy.
Emitofuo Master, I have a question. In my case, I wanted to recite great compassion mantra 108 times. Can I do that during my meditations, or it has to be in a separate time? Meditation is meditation, and when I recite great compassion mantra, I just recite great compassion mantra. Thank you, Master.
Okay, let me say a couple more things before I answer the question. Okay, so meditation is more than that. I just gave you the fundamentals. Actually, it's a skill where you hone up your concentration. You increase your concentration. That's the objective. Concentration, the higher level your concentration is, the quicker you're able to flatten your water surface. Remember, the water surface are thoughts arising due to the wind. Okay? The waves, the ripples happen because of external stimuli. If you simply are able to focus your mind into one spot, okay, that's meditation right there. Concentrate. Put your mind in one place only, meaning putting the mind in one place means focus on one thought only, okay? Not two thoughts, not three, not four, only one thought, okay? Then you're able to shed all the negativity a lot faster. It could be instantaneous if you're skilled enough, okay? For example, you're angry. Someone provoked you, you're angry. Someone insulted you, you're angry. Okay? Or something happened and you become terrified. Okay? And for ordinary people, they are basically are a victim. They don't know what to do. They have to wait until, eventually it wears off, the effect wears off. But if you have some Chan skills, you are in the midst of stress because someone at the office really stresses you out. Okay? If you have the skill, you focus on one spot and the stress inside your mind evaporates. That fast. So it's extremely practical, extremely useful skill to have. If you care at all. Because if you do not address your stress, you not resolve your anxiety, okay? You are polluting, you are a polluter, you're polluting your space. You are affecting others around you. You're a polluter. Right there. Okay? So that's why the chant meditation we're teaching you here is basically fundamentally helping you develop your concentration more and more and more so that you can stop your pollution. Okay? As soon you're aware of it. Okay, we naturally have adverse reactions, negative reactions to the external stimuli. That's life. There's no point in whining about it and say, don't make it go away, I don't want it. No, it will come to you, okay, naturally, because that's part of being alive. That's part of living in society. Okay? There will be noise pollution. There will always be people who are negative around you. Most people around you are negative anyway. That's a pollution right there. And you don't allow them to affect you at all. Actually, you help them by not adding to the negativity. Okay? So that's how we go about with the Chan practice, with meditation practices. Okay? Build that concentration so that as soon you realize that we need to still our mind and shed it from negative thoughts, that's when you focus, you go back to for concentration skill, you focus on one thing, okay? And that's how you shed it. And there are many ways to increase your focus, one of which is this question here from the lady. She says, what if I meditate and recite this mantra? There are many ways, and reciting a mantra is one way, one among the multitude of ways we teach in Chan meditation. And in particular, she's asking about this mantra called the Great Compassion Mantra. And the hardcore people, they recite it 108 times. You see, if the principle of Chan meditation, put your mind in one place, then putting your mind on reciting this mantra would work. Is also considered meditation as well. Okay? Actually, it's actually very, very effective way of doing it, of increasing our concentration. Because mantras are like secret words from the Buddha, from Bodhisattvas, that help you increase your concentration, okay, and reduce the disturbances, among other great things that could happen to you, okay, while reciting mantras. Most of the world know about the Tibetans as specialists in reciting mantras, okay? But actually in Chan, we also have these tantric practices as well. Okay, that's from us. As far as we're concerned, we pick up these skills from my late Chinese teacher, great Master YongHua, who's actually a specialist in meditation and while reciting mantras. So it's a good thing to do. All right? Yes, I have a question 4 here.
Master, I recently experienced just what you said. So my son, for 3.5 years old son, has a best friend at school. These two constantly like to play with each other, but are also like to provoke each other. So they're like play and then they kick and fight. And both are equally aggressive and emotional. So I view this as normal, but the other parent apparently doesn't see it the same way. So the dad exploded at me a few times, and the last week the mom also exploded at me after one single push from my son to his. And then they wrote me long emails basically apologizing for their anger, but also kind of blaming me for not setting the boundaries clear with my son, and kind of feel like their son misbehaving is because of mine. And I was really furious at first, and because I think it's really unfair. That's not how I see it. And so I could not sleep well. At 2 a.m. I got up and started to sit. I'm new, I'm not very skilled. I can only sit half lotus right now. I sit there for a few minutes reciting Emitofuo Buddha, and just a few minutes my mind quiet down. I start to see clearly, this is the things I need to do, and this is their suffering. That's not really my business, but I feel compassionate towards them because they're actually going through divorce, so they're very difficult life already, so every single last drop can make them explode. And so I think, I can't sit very long, so it's probably like 10-20 minutes sit at 2 a.m. My mind just quieted down. All my anger, frustration went away, and I'm able to see the situation very clearly. Your negativity is no negativity. I feel compassionate towards you. You will not affect me. This is what I need to do and improve on my side, and that's it. So I will continue practicing and improve my skill. Thank you, Master.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing your experience with us. Every time that you do that, it helps others like yourselves. You see, we respond to external stimuli, especially in particular in your case, someone's yelling at you and accusing you of this or of that. That's natural, okay? When people are afflicted, they need to release it. That's a natural thing for them, otherwise they go crazy. And part of your practice is to be able to recover quicker from the initial shock. That's what people don't realize. It's like when you're stronger, a kid comes up to you and hit you. Yes, initially, yes, it's unpleasant there, but you can really shake it off that easily, yeah? Because he can't really hurt you. That's what happened between you and that couple. They hurt you, they yell at you, they blame you and so forth. You were hurt, mentally hurt, but you have a way of shaking it off, okay? If you were stronger, next time around, you shook it off eventually after you got up and sat and meditated, and that's how you go about solving the problem, restoring your balance, okay? You don't allow them to make you lose your balance. This is fundamental to your life. You made a mistake, is that you waited until at night and you allow yourself to be afflicted. You have to realize as soon as you're afflicted, you're in trouble, you need to fix it, because as long as you're afflicted, your head is not clear, you're not at your best, you're not performing, you're not delivering for your family, for your boss. Okay? It's so fundamental, and yet most ordinary people ignore it. That's why I call they're basically a victim to circumstances, victims to life, victims of life. Okay, they don't know that. Yeah, it's like when you are doing a ballet, you dancing. You know, you're off balance, but you cannot afford to be off balance very long. If you don't restore your balance, you will fall. You will trip. Right? Even when you walk, you lose balance, but then you restore balance. You lose balance, you restore balance immediately. You don't ignore it. And this is why is that you allow yourself to lose your mental balance, and you lose your clarity, you lose your sanity day by day by day by day, and you sink. Why is that? Would you allow that to happen to you, to yourselves? It's so fundamental. How could you allow yourself to be stressed out to the point where you no longer function as yourself, at your best? That doesn't make sense to me. If you allow it to happen to you today, it's going to get worse tomorrow, and so forth and so forth and so forth. You keep on sinking lower and lower. And if you simply took the time to restore your balance, as soon as you are aware of it, okay, you retain control of your life. You're a lot more productive. You like yourself a lot more. And your family is much better off. Because you bring it home with you. Okay? And that's your mistake. This is part of your training, is that you meditate and you find this balance, you find this, you clear your head, okay, then you see clearer, and then the lesson you should learn is that now that I see myself clearer, I can function better. I should not allow myself to be in that state of agitation. Okay? I should not allow it to last for very long at all. Okay, so it's about self-discipline as well. You ignore it at your own risk. Yes, 4.
Master, you were absolutely right that the few hours before I cleared my mind at 2 a.m., I was furious and I was stressed and wanted to talk to everybody around me about this situation. And I probably passed my negativity to people around me a lot, including my son. And Master, my question is, when it happened and before I can sit at 2 a.m. when no one's around me, like how there were always people around me, like I need to take care of people, as my son and my family member around me. Should I try to find a time to sit, or there are other ways for me to quiet my mind?
When that happens, here's what happens. When you're in that state of, when you're that afflicted, okay, it is very damaging to your son. Because he absorbs it from you. He's like a sponge. He absorbs a negative thing and he says, oh, that's normal. It's normal to be afflicted like that. Okay? To me, this is how we picked up all the bad habits. Usually, the kids pick it up from the parents and the teachers. And monks like me. You bring her to the temple and they see me yelling at you and getting afflicted. They say, wow, my parents look up to him and he's so afflicted, therefore it must be normal to be afflicted. No, you have to address it right away, okay, because they pick it up, okay, and it becomes a norm to them. And that's how you can ruin someone's life, because to them being afflicted is okay. Okay. And so I call upon you to pay attention to it, because not just you, but actually if you have children, younger people around you, you are a bad role model, first of all. Number two, as you just said it yourself, it's not just you, but also it affects your husband and your family. Okay? Because you're polluting their thoughts. You're polluting their spaces because you're so negative. Folks, you keep on talking about being responsible and not pollute the environment, but you're constantly polluting your own homes with your negative thoughts, your negativity, every day. And then you make a big deal of not polluting the ocean of plastics and straws, but you're polluting your home. Okay, it's so unpleasant to come home and look at your face because you're so afflicted. Okay, this is why marriages eventually dissolve, because you're a polluter. I can't stress it enough. This is so fundamental. Why is it you folks don't take care of yourself, and provide a healthy environment for your family? It's so fundamental. You think this is a waste of time? No, this is how you cleanse your mind. You cultivate your mind so that you stop the pollution more effectively, because it's going to happen. You're going to have adverse reactions to things that happen during the day. It will happen repeatedly, day after day, time and time again. You just have to learn. The first skill is to restore our balance, to stop the pollution. Okay? And that's what we need to do. It's critical you do that. And eventually, as soon as you're aware that you're afflicted, it doesn't matter why. This is so important. You can blame it on her, you can blame it on me, you can blame it on someone else. It doesn't matter. You still are afflicted. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. You are a polluter. You are a menace to your family, to your workspace. You can blame it on someone else. It doesn't matter. You still are polluting at that moment. And therefore, be more responsible. Stop the pollution. Fix yourself. As soon as you're aware of it, okay, it becomes imperative to me, as a matter of principle, that when I realize I'm afflicted, okay, I say, I'm going to fix my affliction first. Not because I'm a role model or whatever, it's just by sanity, my own personal sanity, my own personal health. I am not going to allow myself, okay, to be afflicted. No matter what the reason. If you're afflicted, you're no good. You're a menace to people around you, to your dog, to your cat, if you're into animals. Okay? And therefore, as soon you're aware, I submit to you, as soon you're aware you're afflicted, okay, you should find a way to fix it very quickly. For me, I develop skills, it's very fast for me to undo it, okay? But for you, you have to drill it into your head, make it a habit. When you're afflicted, okay, yes, you have to take care of your husband, take care of your family, but think about it. Are you really taking care of them when you're polluting them? You are afflicting them yourselves? Okay? I would first of all, I would say, I would apologize. I'm sorry, I'm very afflicted right now. Okay? And son, this is a bad role model for you. Don't be like me. Okay? And honey, I'm very sorry. Okay? You have to admit it. That's being honest. That's being upfront. Okay? And that's how they learn too, because you are influencing them, providing a good role model. Is that I'm not supposed to be afflicted, but I am afflicted. Okay, I apologize. Let me work on that. Okay, and I would find a way to fix the affliction as soon as possible. Okay, sometimes you can't help it, so you can't. But as soon as you can, you should restore your balance. To me, that's a healthy lifestyle. It's a responsible lifestyle. Yes, last night we talked about in Asia have this concept of 自重, self-respect. If you really have self-respect, you will not pollute. Deliberately pollute. If you're aware of it, you refuse to pollute. No one has to tell you. Okay? No one needs to know. You simply refuse to pollute. Yes, Wei Mountain.
Yes, Master. I wanted to ask from the lecture last night. I felt that I'm guilty of not, my shame and remorse. So I feel like I'm lacking often, and I wondered how to develop more shame and remorse. Sometimes I feel like maybe it's an attachment to being right, or often maybe I'm not clearly seeing some of the places Master's pointed out my mistakes. But if there's anything I can do to work on shame and remorse.
Well, first thing that you have to do is be aware of it. Okay, and then work on it.
I guess, does it help to try to be more clear? Like often, or I feel like I'm not able to see. Master is saying that there's, anger, but I'm not able to see it clearly, or other people I'm talking to. I feel like the anger maybe transforms into other things, so it's hard for me to feel the shame and remorse when I'm not clear. I don't have it's not like a clear experience of being angry, but actually I feel like there's anger that transforms into depression or doubt or other states.
Fundamentally, if you realize you're afflicted, never mind about shame, remorse, it's too complicated for you. But I just taught you, I'm teaching everyone, including myself, reminding myself, that when I'm afflicted, okay, and I have to fix it. It's no one's fault. Your problem, you keep on pointing fingers at others. I'm afflicted because of Master's fault. I'm afflicted because of that person's fault. I'm afflicted because because of this, because of that. It's never my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. If you afflicted, is because fundamentally you choose to remain afflicted. That's a problem. Everyone gets afflicted. How stupid can you be? I keep on telling you, it's natural to be afflicted. You cannot avoid being afflicted. That's life. What's not acceptable is that you point the finger at someone else. That's not acceptable. That's stupidity. You never take responsibility for your afflictions. You always blame someone else. I don't have faith. People are not willing to help me. What the hell is the matter with you? When you're afflicted, what do? You just heard of this lady here. She's been here only for a year. And she figured it out already. I'm afflicted for 3 hours. What the heck am I going to do with myself? I got up at 1 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I crossed my legs until I'm no longer afflicted. Then I understand why. You always say, I'm afflicted. Oh, it's her fault. It's Master's fault. It's his fault. It's life's fault. It's my parents' fault. All you have to do is cross your legs until you no longer are afflicted. How many times do I have to explain to you? Every time? It's no one's fault but your own. If you choose to remain afflicted. It doesn't matter if someone provokes you. It doesn't matter if someone is unfair to you. Someone is mean to you. That's life. Grow up, boy. What's the matter with you? We all get insulted. We all are wronged. Life is not fair. What else is new? But we don't have to choose to remain afflicted. It's natural to be afflicted. Someone insults you, yeah, I don't like it. It's true. No one likes to be insulted. No one likes to be criticized. No one likes to be unfairly treated. But that's life. Grow up, boy. You have different hair colors in your head already. When are you going to learn? It's natural to be afflicted. That's life. But to remain afflicted, to choose to remain afflicted is stupidity. Never mind about shame and remorse. It's way before that. How on earth that you choose to remain afflicted? The only reason is that because you're stupid. Grow up. It's no one's fault. You choose to be stupid. You choose to be afflicted. Who asked you to be afflicted? Yeah, I afflict you because that's my nature. I'm not a good person. I'm an angry person. I'm just a low life. Okay? Don't blame it on me. I'm just being myself. You can't change me from being myself. You can't stop me from being myself. That's my life. You have no right to change it. But you only have control over how you react to me, how you react to my behavior. That's under your control. That's your responsibility. Stop blaming your girlfriend. Stop blaming your father. Stop blaming your teacher for your affliction. You're stupid enough to be afflicted. That's all. So if you're afflicted, like we all do, I'm afflicted too. I'm afflicted right now. It doesn't show? My God, how many times do I have to explain this to you? I'm afflicted. So what do? I fix my affliction. I don't blame it on you. Do I? I don't think I'm blaming it on you. You get it? It's that simple. You keep on blaming because you are what? Manic. The manic ghosts have you by the whatever it is. Okay? And that's why as soon as you afflict, oh, it's her fault, oh, it's his fault. Recognize that they're manipulating you, idiot. I have the right to call you idiot. I have the right to afflict you because that's my life. You don't like it, tough luck. But you can choose not to remain afflicted. That's under your control. Stop listening to your mind. It goes, it says, it's Master's fault, it's her fault, it's life's fault. It's nonsense. Who says life is fair? Buddha never said life is fair, did he? Anyone? ChatGPT people? Check it please. Did Buddha say life is fair? Hell no. Why is it you boys grow up believing that life is fair? Life must be fair. People must be fair. No, they don't have to be fair. Only you have to be fair. People don't have to be fair. You try to be fair. You're so stupid. You always allow your manic ghost to keep on pointing fingers at others for your problems. And you say, I realize I need to work on my shame, remorse. That's baloney. It's way before that. Keep on pointing fingers. Instead of looking and say, hey, I'm afflicted, it's my problem. I cross my legs until I'm no longer afflicted. It's that simple. Your manic goes and says, hey, it's her fault, it's Master's fault, it's life's fault, it's my parents' fault, they never taught me properly. Let them scream, let them talk. You keep on crossing your legs until you calm down, your head clears up. They get tired too. They keep on screaming into your ears, okay? You ignore it, that's all you do. Don't say, why am I afflicted? Why am I suffering so much? Because it's life, idiot. Wait, that's not fair. Your suffering is an opportunity for you to rise above it through crossing your leg. You have the skills already, but you're so stupid. You allow your manic ghost to convince you to keep on pointing fingers at others so that it's okay for you to remain afflicted because it's not your fault. It's her fault. It's his fault. It's life's fault. It's everyone's fault except you.
I mean, it does. I'm not really aware of blaming others. I feel like I try to do that. I try to just cultivate and look at my afflictions. I'm not aware of this mindset of blaming often, but sometimes it doesn't. Overcoming the affliction, especially dealing with depressive states, it seems very challenging. But I don't always relate to this idea that I'm blaming it on anyone. It's just that it doesn't make it. I mean, it's just hard to overcome the affliction for me. Especially some of these states of depression
Since when is life easy? You think you cross your legs in 1 minute and goes away? At your skill level, you cross 3 hours, it goes away. 5 hours, it goes away. You cross your legs until it goes away, you idiot. It's just like, I cross my legs, how come it doesn't go away? Therefore, Master's instruction is lacking, doesn't work. You don't call it not blaming me? I give you the solution already, the cure already, and you're not doing it. You just say, I did it, you told me, but it doesn't work. What do I care if it works or not?
Thank you. I'll try to work harder at it.
There's nothing to work hard. You keep on sitting until it goes away. What's not clear about my instructions? Did I say 5 hours? Did I say 5 minutes? You're low life, you're low level. It takes you 1 second to shed it. It will take you a lot longer than that, depending on how strong your affliction is. You think you're the same as me? That's why my instruction is very clear. You sit, you cross your legs until it goes away. Have I changed my tune the last 10 years it's been with me? It's the same instruction. And every time he says, how come I'm still afflicted? Then sit some more, you idiot. How many times do I have to tell you? You have this skill here already. You cross your legs until it goes away. That's simple. That's the only way for you. But no, you sit and you say, how come I'm still afflicted? If you're still afflicted, keep sitting.
Okay, thank you.
What's not clear about that? I'm really afflicted now. It doesn't matter, they playing with you. They're so fast you cannot see them. I see them and you cannot see your tormentors. And that's why the recipe is very simple. Just cross your legs until your head is clear. Every single time, and no matter how long it takes, 1 day, 2 days, 1 month, 3 months, it doesn't matter. You have the luxury. You don't have to go to work to make a living. You have no one who really depends on you. And yet you still say, but how come I said it still doesn't work? Then sit longer, that's all it takes. And sit longer and longer and longer, especially when you are suffering, especially when you're so afflicted. That's when you sit. You don't have to do anything. There's nothing more important than that for you. What's not clear about this? You don't have to go make money to feed your family. Your father gave you all kinds of money that you need. Take advantage of it. Just sit and sit and sit and sit. I gave you this environment where you're protected so that you can sit. Because you sit out there by yourself. You can't. There will have noises, physical and mental in your head that you can never be able to settle down. But no, you keep on going, but I said, but it doesn't work. Whose voice is that? You think it's your own? Because what's implied there, Master's instruction really doesn't work for me. He doesn't like me. He's got a more that he's not telling me. Idiot. Sit. What's stopping you? Ask yourself. Who's stopping you? You stopped yourself. No one stopped you. No one's forcing you to stop. What's so difficult to understand? They're tormenting you because they found a way to torment you. Bear it. What choices do you have? But no, you expect me to fix it for you. I ain't fixing it for you. fix it for you, then you always need to suck on my teeth to survive. Okay, we stop here today. Thank you, everyone. I'm sorry. I will behave. Let's go have lunch.